Hello there, world. It's been quite some time since I have been on here to chit chat with you and catch you up on all the good things that I am making. For those of you who are new here, my name is Gracie and I am a crafter, an artist, a creator. I make all sorts of things, and normally I bring you along and kind of show you part of that journey. So, life update. I'm not sitting in my chair because my cat is currently sleeping in it, and I'm a nice, sweet cat mother, so I'm gonna let him be for right now. Yeah, I have just been kind of in a creative slump, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I have just sort of taken some time to do my own thing and just kind of go on my own groove. I took a couple steps back from my shop. I just haven't really been like diving in real deep into anything, and it's been nice. Now, granted, it's just time consuming to film and edit videos. I'm normally not home alone. There's normally somebody in this shared office space with me, so that also just kind of makes it difficult to find the time to talk to the camera. Other than that, I have just been working. I do a lot of creative work since I'm a floral designer and I do weddings every single weekend. It's a wonderful job. I absolutely love it, but that definitely takes a lot of creative energy from me. I have also taken a step back from social media, which has been interesting, and I do want to talk about that. So we'll get into that a little later in this video. Today, I am just going to have you guys hang out with me for, about an hour or so of studio time. We're gonna work on printing some mystery packs for my Etsy shop. Hopefully that is something that we get to do today. And I also would like to do a little bit of work in my sketchbook since I did start a new page. And I would like to just sort of do a little short flip through and show you guys just what I'm doing in my sketchbook currently. I think this new sketchbook is going in a direction I really like, and potentially cast on a new project. To start us off, let's talk about something that I just finally cast off. I might not be wearing it or styling it in the best outfit right now, but that's okay. This is the Outline Tank by Jessie Made Designs. I don't know if I covered this in any previous videos, but I actually originally cast this project on last year. Summer of last year, which was crazy to think about. So 2021, probably early spring or late spring, early summer is when I cast it on. And I had the wrong size, the wrong gauge, and I just made a couple mistakes in the pattern at the very beginning. So when I finished it, I found out that I did not like it and I didn't really want to wear it. But with some encouragement, I went ahead and I frogged the entire thing and I started it all over. So at the beginning of this summer, late spring, I cast it on again, and I just finished it yesterday. I just blocked it, and I am pretty happy with the outcome. Again, I think there are some things just as far as my personal style goes that I would like to have adjusted, and I might still do that. One of the things that I kind of am facing right now is the bagginess down at the bottom. I don't mind it being baggy, but I do wish the waist was like fitted a little bit more, but it's something I can live with. Like, this is like a really cute, throw it on top of, your bralette or your bathing suit top or something like that. It's supposed to be an easy breezy summer wear. It's made out of linen. You can see it's all a drop stitch detail that goes along the straps here and along the sides here and down the back. It's a really simple construction, and it's very cute and very easy to adjust. So if you wanted a full length tank top or if you wanted to crop, mine is sort of a mid crop. So this is my natural waistline here. So normally, could probably be like an inch shorter. But what I'm having issues with is I went a little long on my straps. You can definitely tell, because here's what I actually measured it off of this jumpsuit top. This is a little onesie. And so I really wanted the V to hit up here. So you can see I have a good extra 2 inches maybe that I can take off of my straps. So I might potentially do that. I already woven my ends. I should have known beforehand that I would need to leave my strands out, and with the potential that I might have to adjust my straps, but it's okay. So to my understanding, if I have it correct in my head, I'm pretty sure I can rip out stitches with this drop stitch detail being here. Don't quote me on that. It might be really difficult. But like the way I understand knitting, it should be fine and I should be okay. So we're gonna attempt that. We're gonna work with that and see what happens. For now, I'm happy with it. I will leave it. I will test it out, wear it a couple times before I'm like, oh, it just needs to be shorter. Now, I did originally wear this like over like a cute knit crop top when I made it the first time, and I really loved that look. So I'm like, that might be a thing moving forward. Like this would be super cute over like a little white button down. So that is always an option too. But yeah, outline tank, Jessie made design. I was like, wow, this is the first project I've cast off in a very, very long time. And then I went ahead and updated my Ravelry, and I was like, oh, actually I have finished a lot of projects since last year. So that was really exciting for me to kind of catch up on that and see where I landed with all of this beautiful knitwear. Yeah, let's quickly go over the other things that I'm kind of working on. Now I know this is a very chatty section of the video, and I hope you're all okay with that. I have my burst of energy and I'm ready to kind of catch you guys up on some stuff. The only other project that I have cast down right now as far as knitting is this shawl. I have been working on this for probably roughly the same time as the outline tank. And I have made some pretty good progress on it. This is a test knit for my friend's shawl pattern, and I am doing the striping just willy-nilly. I have been using up a bunch of like worsted weight yarn that I just have kind of laying around, but I've gotten to the point where I really want some more stripes, and I would love to do some more fun colors. Excuse me. I'd love to continue this crazy striping all the way through. So I might buy more yarn, which I haven't purchased yarn in ages because I have quite an extravagant stash for myself. So we'll see what goes on there. Next up, as far as sewing goes, I have a lot of sewing projects on the forefront of my mind, but finding the like patterns that I actually want to work with has been kind of difficult, as well as like convincing myself to go and purchase fabric. This fabric right here is a beautiful vintage, I believe they were curtains or tablecloths. Absolutely gorgeous. My friend got this for me. I really love it, and it's just kind of a very special gift. Maybe not crazy into my color palette, but it will be something I wear. So I'm working on a dress pattern. I'll show you guys my mock-up. I'm just gonna keep putting things like on top of the clothing I'm already wearing. So it's a wrap dress. And the issue that I have is that the pattern is supposed to be printed on A4 paper, and I don't own A4 paper because I am American. I am from the US of A, so all of our paper size is 8.5 by 11. And I went to my local Staples and I said, do you guys carry any type of A4 paper? And the lady laughed at me and said no. So I was like, I will not be purchasing paper from you guys ever, so bye. Granted, that's just me communicating with people. Anyways, so here's a mock-up for how the wrap dress kind of goes. As you can tell, the sleeves are like really tight, and the bust is pretty tight as well. Here's the actual bust dart right there. So in my understanding, I feel like I should have like a good inch here or more, half an inch, just to give it a little bit more. That's what it looks like to me. So I printed this pattern to the best of my ability on my size paper and tried to see if it was true to size. I don't really have anything to go off of since this is a free pattern online. It is by Peppermint Patterns. It's a Peppermint magazine. It's a UK sewing magazine that offers free patterns online, and you can download them. Anyway, so having fun with this, but these are the only 2 pattern pieces that I actually need. The rest is just cutting out a piece for the skirt. So I feel like I can figure it out. So I want to reprint it and attempt to cut it out in the larger size, because right now I have it cut out in the medium. So I don't really have any more fabric to do a mock-up. That's why I'm kind of waiting on it. All right, that is sewing. That is projects that I'm thinking about doing right now. So without further ado, let's pack up some orders and then get to printing some fun stuff. Okay. Anyways, long ramble about running a small business. I did want to go back to talking about TikTok. That's what I think is the most interesting thing in social media in general. Like most people, I'm pretty addicted to my cell phone. I'm pretty addicted to social media. It's something I check regularly. I think about often. I think about how I'm portraying my life on there and how I want to take the experience I'm having and share it with other people, but I want to share it in a unique and very specific way. I decided to go back to not having social media. I also deleted TikTok, which is a pretty big thing because, like I said, I was kind of reliant on that for my shop and for my business. But as of lately, the trends that I see through Etsy's statistics readings and stuff, I don't get anyone from social media coming to purchase my stuff. So I don't have to worry about that. I have yet to re-download TikTok. It's been a while and I don't really have a desire to download TikTok again. If I want to watch some TikTok videos, I can actually go on my laptop and watch through my account and then also kind of stay up to date on my account. I just haven't posted anything. And that's because there's this great fatigue that I feel when it comes to considering editing, filming, and creating content. I just immediately am like, wow, I used to spend both of my days off making as much content as I possibly could. I would spend like 3 hours creating content. That just like sucks the life out of you. So I even did it a little bit yesterday because I do have Instagram. Again, it's probably the hardest for me to get rid of because my friends are on there and I love to share via stories, which you can't do You can't do that from your laptop. Like, had a pretty successful reel for my shop's Instagram, which is kind of impressive. So I was starting to see a little bit of growth, and I was like, oh, like I want to keep pushing that. So I made like 8 reels yesterday and totally like fried my brain. Like, it's like really hard for me to get unstuck from that position and like move in another direction for a little bit. My husband was like, hey, like it's time for us to go for a walk. It's time for us to do some other things and just kind of get out of the house for a bit. And I was just like, huh? Like, I can't. I'm like have all these ideas and these things that I need to film. And it was like, no, you definitely are done. You've been doing this for about 2 hours now. Part of me is just like understanding that has to do with like scheduling and figuring things out a little bit more. And before I even start filming, having very distinct plans. Again, it's just that feeling of just like, oh, I put all this time into it. I put it out there. Whoops, just because I tagged my products on my Instagram shop. So I made the post and I tagged the product that I was posting about. It flopped. It doesn't do anything. You know, I think 30 people might have seen it. It's just kind of like a kick in the pants. Thanks for the free content. Thank you for using our application, and screw you. So it's hard not to take that personally, especially when you are putting a lot of personal work into it. I will give it this week, since I already have the content created. I was like, let's give it a chance. Let's do reels every day, see what happens. And if you actually continue to see growth or not, and if you can figure out this whole keyword over hashtags thing and what actually brings people to your page, that would be cool. If not, I don't have to worry about it. That's the beauty. This is not where I make my income. Again, it just feels personal and I take it personally. So a little sad about TikTok, just because I feel like that was a really fun, creative outlet for me. But I found that once I deleted TikTok, I started making these videos again. And I enjoy the connection that I get to make with people through this. I also like to look back on these videos because it's fun to see, to kind of see where I was at in my life and what I was working on. So yeah, okay, that's all. Well, we have 2 dangerous items here, a cup of iced coffee and a sketchbook. So let's get this out of the way. So this is what I have been working in as far as my new sketchbook goes. It's honestly, what is this sketchbook? A Strathmore. Okay. I started it kind of a while ago, but I haven't really like dived into it until like earlier this year. And I've really been enjoying it. As you can see, I have put a smattering of stickers on here. So these are a lot of random stickers that like are great, but not good enough to have like a super special home. We have some Lee Ellickson. This was found on the street outside my house. This is a bar that we normally go to. This was a freebie from a print. This is another local cafe that my friends used to work at. Anyways, let's get into it. So I went into this being a little bit more sketchbooky. I was planning on writing in it, and really kind of stepping away from my traditional watercolors and moving into some different vibes. These first pages are a little unfinished, and then I whipped out my gouache paint set and started trying some new stuff. And I really kind of like the direction it went in. And this is when I kind of made the decision that every page that I made in this book would be pretty much covered. And as you can see, there's a lot of detail. I think this is what I worked in the last time I made a video. But then it kind of started getting a little more, I don't know, just experimental. These are cover pages because this is colored pencil, so it spreads to the other page. So I just started kind of adding things into the sketchbook, and I'm loving the direction that this went in. It's become a lot more personal and a little bit more adventurous and out of my comfort zone. So I have some spreads in here that I really love, some spreads in here that I really hate, and it's just been great to kind of get to know myself in sort of a different way. As you can tell, still very nature inspired. You're always going to see elements of that in here, regardless. So, but yeah, just kind of a journal opportunity as well as a space to spend some time. So this is what I'm currently working on with the Posca pen, and then I'm gonna go back in with some more details with a lighter colored Posca pen and potentially my gouache paints to continue filling in the page. It's supposed to have a nice border that you can't really see that I've already overdrawn on, so I might paint the border in as well. This was a photo reference, and then I kind of just ran with it and went in the direction that I wanted to go in. So as you can see, I haven't gotten super far, but I love the quality of this paper. It's very sturdy. It holds up to water. I mean, obviously it holds up to a lot of gouache. This was all painted in gouache, and there's no bleed through with black pen. So it's been a lot of fun to work in. Did you guys even see this spread? I don't think so. This is my favorite spread in here so far. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm happy to be in here. I'm happy to spend some time. I did want to share with you guys what I'm going to attempt to cast on, and hopefully I can share a little bit of the footage behind the making of this yarn. So this is just some cotton dishy yarn that I dyed naturally using some peony petals. We had these very dark red peonies at work, and I took a few home. The petals fell off, and I said, you know what? Might be really fun to make something with that. So very excited to see how this turned out. Love the colors. This is all I have. It's not a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and start a slipper pattern and see how far I get, and hopefully it makes a really cute little pair, and then I can add some crocheted like edging with a contrasting color, and hopefully they turn out really cute. Share with you today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming to hang out. I hope that it was nice to kind of see what I've been working on and what I've been getting up to. Always enjoying a lot of coffee. Super into making some iced coffee lately. But I hope that you have a great time working on whatever projects that you are working on. Please share in the comments if you're making anything fun. I love to hear about it, even if it's something really simple. And as long as you're getting joy from creating, I am happy to hear about it, and I love that. And hopefully this inspires you to pull out your sketchbook or your sewing project or your knitting project and get to work on it. Enjoy your summer. The weather has been beautiful here. It's starting to get a little humid, but that's all right. We persevere anyway. So without further ado, I will catch you in the next video. You can, as always, find me at Making Useless Things on Instagram, on Etsy for my shop if you're interested in purchasing any artwork from me or stickers or greeting cards. And I'm also on Tumblr. I'm on TikTok. I'm not posting new content on TikTok, but you can at least watch old stuff if you want to see some of the quicker behind the scenes kind of business like shop stuff. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, leave a comment, like the video, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.